You're Santa. Wow. You know, I didn't actually think that you would fall for that trap. All it takes really is cookies, huh? Goofy guy, now look at you. Look at you stuck here. Well, you see, I just wanted to talk to you. Just like a little chat, you know? I wanted to go over my wish list for this Christmas because I don't want to point fingers or anything, but it seems like you didn't really take my wants into consideration last year. Like, I'm sure the gifts I got came from the heart, and I'm sure your elves spent a lot of time building them, but I was kind of let down. You know, like I wasn't really impressed with what I got. To be totally honest with you, I ended up regifting most of that stuff, and the garbage that was absolute trash, I just threw it away, you know, just threw it right in the garbage. So I thought to cut down on waste this year, you and I can collaborate on a pile of presents that really works for me, you know? Like the stocking, for example. It was very big, very fluffy, very cute, had some cool stuff in it, but the candy in it was kind of gross. Like it was all that sort of cheap, waxy chocolate, and just for future reference, I don't like milk chocolate. I like dark chocolate, and I like white chocolate, but that milk chocolate sort of candy that tastes like Easter bunnies, yeah, no, I don't like any of that. Please also don't put any crunchy candies in my stocking. That's so gross. Like sweethearts, totally disgusting. I do not like that. Who eats sweethearts? Ew. Give me gummy candy, like gummy bears, lifesavers, anything sour, like Sour Patch Kids. Oh my god, delicious. I will eat those all day long. Put that kind of stuff in my stocking. I don't want any of the crunchy stuff. I don't want cheap chocolate, and no marshmallows at all. Like, do not put anything with marshmallows in my stocking. That's gross. It's nasty. And please no filler presents. I know that you feel the need to make the stocking full and bulging, but I don't like a lot of those just kind of small rinky-dinky presents. Some of them are fine. Like the thick fluffy socks, I love those in the winter. I'm always freezing cold, so lots of those, especially if they're toe socks or knee-high, so I can be even warmer. Yeah, I like lots of that. That's great. Roll up as many socks as you want to in my stocking. But don't put weird stuff in there, like crossword puzzles. I don't like that. That's stupid. Word searches? If you threw in like an adult Christmas coloring book, that would be fun. Like something that's actually stimulating and interesting to do. And while you're at it, why don't you put some new coloring pencils in there? Again, nothing cheap, but put in something, you know, good quality. That's fun for me to use. Why would I want to color a bunch of pictures, half of which, by the way, are going to be you, if I don't have good quality art pencils? Why do you do that, by the way? Why do you make coloring books and 50 to 75% of all the pictures are you? Like, that's kind of narcissistic, don't you think? Are you like full of yourself or something? Does Mrs. Claus hype you up just a little bit too much? I just think it's weird. Like, I wouldn't take 50 pictures of myself, slap them together in a book, and then give it out to other people for Christmas. Like, everybody would think I was totally full of myself. It's weird, right? Have you ever thought of that? Like, I'd be totally cool with a coloring book with the reindeer, with elves, with scenic panoramas of the North Pole, or even just like snow sculptures. But I don't want a coloring book that's 75% you. That's weird. I like you and everything. I appreciate you. I mostly enjoy what you bring me every year. I don't want to color your face in over and over. And I don't want to color your outfit because you kind of have fallen into a rut fashion-wise. You just wear the same things over and over and over. And there's only so many times I can color in a red fur coat before I'm totally bored. So if you do give me a coloring book this year, all I'm asking is that you use a little bit of imagination, like put some thought into it. It feels like sometimes when you give me presents, you're just kind of checking things off a list without stopping and thinking, oh gosh, will Kova love this? Will Kova use this? Will Kova enjoy this? These are questions that you need to be asking yourself when you're getting gifts for me. It's not just all about you and you feeling the joy and warmth of giving. You have to also think about the people you're giving to. Don't be so selfish about it. It's okay. I just feel like you've been sort of a silly goose. You've gotten a little off course. Maybe you're just kind of getting too old to be Santa. Maybe it's time for someone younger to take over. Have you ever considered that? Maybe taking on an apprentice? Someone new to take over the business? You are getting kind of old, you and Mrs. Claus. Wouldn't you agree, Santa? Wouldn't you like to retire? Move somewhere warm? Well, that would be fun. You could put someone younger and fresher in charge. Sell the place in the North Pole, the toy factory, the house, the land, and move down to Florida, somewhere sunny and warm, where you can live out the rest of your years in comfort. Wouldn't that be so nice? Something fun. It's just a little something for you to consider. I don't want us to get too off track though, because there's still some time before Christmas for you to put together a collection of gifts for me that's absolutely perfect. Like, not just the stocking, but all the packages under the tree. I'm going to need you to put some thought into it, some actual effort into curating a collection of gifts that's comprised entirely of stuff that I want, that I will use, that I will enjoy. Like, for example, you know that I love coffee, so why don't you get me some quality coffee? I would even be open to some festive holiday flavors, like gingerbread is totally delicious, holiday spice, yum, maybe even candy cane. You could put together like a little coffee gift set just for me that I'll enjoy. Yeah, I would really like that, something really nice. Maybe instead of all the cheap candies, you can get me some really nice coffees. Yeah, now, I do want something that's a little expensive for my main present this year. You see, I've totally fallen in love with this white fabric sofa. It's really big. It's a sectional, but each section is like as wide as a bed. It's totally perfect as a snuggle couch. And I figured a big man like you would know where to get a really big, nice couch. Something that's sturdy, something that you would use, because you're pretty big, you're a big guy, you know. Santa's known for being round and jolly. And I'm sure your furniture also has to be super sturdy. So I want something in like white or cream. I don't want it to have a low back. I want it to be pretty big, you know, something that I can curl up on by the fireplace, read a nice book, enjoy my new coffee, and maybe you can throw in a big fuzzy blanket that matches the couch, something that'll keep me warm, something that'll remind me of you every time I wrap myself up in it. Something fun, Christmassy. What I'm really getting at is I feel like you're not giving Christmas 100% anymore. I really feel like you could try harder, do a little better, which is part of why I kind of kidnapped you a little. I don't like the word kidnap. I would prefer to say that I am strongly encouraging you to sit with me with the assistance of a little bit of rope. That sounds nicer than kidnapping. But anyways. That's kind of why I trapped you tonight. I think you could use a little pep talk, a little motivation, not just for my sake, but everybody else. Like, nobody's going to have a good Christmas if you're just phoning it in. That's boring. We've all been looking forward all year long to Christmas, to getting gifts. Christmas is something the people the world over anticipate, and it's super disappointing to wake up on Christmas morning to find like gift wrapped junk. It's a waste of time for everybody, you know? So maybe this year you could expend a little more effort, spend a little more money, and make sure everyone, but especially me, gets some really great gifts this year, okay? Okay, now look, I have a list right over here that I wrote out of everything I specifically want. And since I was nice enough to sit you down and shoot straight with you, I expect you to get me everything on that list, okay? Not only because it's your job and you're supposed to, but as a thank you. Okay? I'm so glad I could bring you around. I'll let you go now, yeah. Merry Christmas, Santa.